Today's 2-minute fairy tale is the Brothers Grimm story, The Golden Goose, about a dude who's pretty much an idiot, but gets everything he wants anyway. That's actually very common in folklore. A man and a wife have 3 sons, and the youngest they either call Simpleton or Dumbling, depending on the translation, because he's dumb. But is he really? They send the oldest brother into the forest to chop wood one day, and they give him a bottle of wine and a rich cake, and he encounters this little gray man who says, "Will you share some of it with me?" But he says no. He's obviously never read any fairy tales, because if they tell you anything, it's to be kind to strange little old men in the woods. So later that brother injures his arm while chopping and has to go home. The same thing happens with the second brother, except he injures his leg. Well, of course, when Dumbling goes out, he doesn't get sent with nice cake and wine, he gets sent with sour beer and a burned biscuit. But he's nice and says he'll share with the old man, who of course is magical, and then changes it to cake and wine. He also says, "Hey, as a reward for being nice to me, go chop down that tree." And so Dumbling does, and inside is a golden goose, like a living goose made of gold. He takes his golden goose to stay in an inn for the night. Well, the innkeeper has 3 daughters who want to steal at least a couple golden feathers from the goose, so they sneak in to do that. But when the first daughter tries to touch the goose, she gets stuck to it, and then her sister gets stuck to her, and her sister gets stuck to her. So in the morning, Dumbling's like, "Well, I gotta go home. I guess y'all are going with me," and takes them along. On the way home, more people try to get the goose or touch the girls, and it ends up being a long line of people glued together. A parson, a sexton, laborers. It's like this huge, ridiculous parade. Well, they walk by a nearby castle where the king's daughter has never smiled or laughed. The king's so distressed about it that he said anyone who can make her laugh gets to marry her. And when she sees Dumbling taking this weird train of people, she laughs out loud. So he gets to marry her. In some versions it ends there, but in some the king just still really wants to avoid his daughter marrying Dumbling, and so he sends him on these quests to find a man who can eat a mountain of bread, a ship that can sail on land and sea, and someone who can drink all the wine in the cellar. But the gray man who helped him in the woods helps him accomplish all the tasks, and he of course ends up marrying the princess. Sometimes being nice is more important than anything else. As always, check out my book, Dust Spells, a reimagining of the 12 Dancing Princesses, and my podcast. All the links are in the bio.